There are some people who claim we are now in a deglobalizing world. But actually, I would say we have to re-globalize this world. We have to make sure that we strengthen cooperation because, as it was mentioned, we are faced with issues which are of existential importance for humankind. Our common future is at stake. When we finished our annual meeting in Davos just 3 weeks ago, there was a lot of discussion about what some people call the capability of humankind to cope with so many challenges at the same time. There was the word of multi-crisis. But actually, we are not in a world of multi-crisis. We are in a world where simultaneously we are caught in deep systematic transformation processes. There's a difference between a crisis and a transformation. If you manage a crisis, you want to come back to the original point as fast as possible. You want to correct the situation. But in a transformational situation, you have to manage change to come out at the end of the transformation in a better situation compared to the beginning.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we get Bitcoin and crypto getting a pump. Yes, we have options today, but guys, remember, the Fed has billions at its fingertips. And if you want to put this money somewhere, where would the best place to put it? To make money, and then after you finish making money, sell it and no one would care. That's right, good old crypto. And some call it washing, if you know what I mean. But guys, this is definitely a temporary pump. Do not forget, guys, we have quarterly futures in at the end of this month on March 31st. So we're definitely going to have a roller coaster ride over these next 2 weeks. We know this week coming up, we have the Fed meeting. And then, like I stated, guys, we have quarterly futures in on the 31st. But guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates down and we have the dollar down, which we know that's great for Bitcoin and crypto. And then also, guys, we have Tether, USDC, and then we have the Fed. Repo at $2 trillion. And we know the central banks are moving in lockstep to destroy this legacy market, so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And we see the Fed put another $297 billion on the balance sheet. And guys, we know SVB and these other crypto banks going down was all orchestrated, so therefore the Fed can bring in more liquidity. And don't forget, guys, they're going to be activating ISO this weekend, and then also in the next few months, they'll be activating Fednow. So, guys, they have to step up these distractions because they're going to have the legacy market still running, but then parallel to that, they're going to have the new digital economy running. And as we heard from Klaus Schwab, in order to get to the fourth industrial revolution, there's going to be multiple crises. And we know you never let a good crisis go to waste. We know every crisis is set up in order to move us over to the fourth industrial revolution, whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we know with Bitcoin and crypto, not only are they going to be saving billions of dollars, but we have protocols like Xrp and Xlm that would allow them to free up trillions and trillions of dollars of liquidity. And we know this current system is nothing but a monopoly game, printing fake pieces of paper. With this new tokenization, guys, nothing will be real. Everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And we know blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale, sitting about $21 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have SVB Financial Group, the parent company of Silicon Valley Bank, has filed for bankruptcy. And guys, we know this whole SVB situation was all a movie. Why do we know that? Because we see the same NWO chess pieces, the same characters, the same actors, and they get to walk away with millions, and it allowed the Fed to print billions. Now we have Signum Digital scores approval to offer security tokens in Hong Kong. And guys, we see what China is doing. On the mainland, no. But in Hong Kong, the fourth industrial revolution is moving fast forward. And guys, that's all that the SEC had to do. They could have easily approved Coinbase because Coinbase is definitely a publicly traded company and allow them to trade securities the same as NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. But we know Gary Gensler is an NWO chess piece in order to kick the regulation can down the road so they could keep this casino up and make billions and keep the United States behind the emerging markets. So then therefore the emerging markets will lead the United States, even though the United States has furnished all the technology. So guys, you're watching a movie. Just sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out, and make sure you're staying in the lab. And then lastly, guys, we have custody giant State Street has decided to end its licensing agreement with crypto firm Copper. And guys, we see in the mainstream media that crypto is being held accountable for these banking issues, but anybody who understands finances know that these banks were buying government instruments that ended them in trouble. Treasuries, mortgage-backed securities, knowing that interest rates would go up and there would be no buyer for them. And guys, we see how the banks and the big corporations get away with moves like this because mainstream media is paid and bought for, your politicians are paid and bought for, and the masses are too distracted. We have America to Babylon fallen, and we know the men are watching March Madness. And we know one thing about history, that man has never learned from history. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.